Welcome to another episode of RTP Wrestling. I'm your host, RTP and ANTNHD, and next to me is my boy RTP John. John, how you doing, my brother?
I am doing great.
Good.
We just banked a good video because you're gonna be on vacation, right?
New York, New York,
Coffee
New
jungles, wet tree
York.
tomato.
I'm excited, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be in New York, so it's kind of a weird schedule. You guys didn't get a This Week in Wrestling this week, but you're getting CM Punk's timeline as a WWE superstar. I don't know what I'm calling this video, something along those lines.
It's like a retrospective of his feuds, something
Yeah.
like that.
So we have the timeline here. We're gonna be going through every single CM Punk moment since he's came back to the WWE. If this interests you and if wrestling interests you, join the Discord down below. Code RTP will get you a risk-free bet up to 100. Wait, you can't use a code in a Discord. Join the Discord down below and talk wrestling with us. And then we'll also be playing WWE 2K26 in there when the game drops. Super excited. Already pre-ordered that game. John, you ready, my brother? Are
I'm
you
ready.
ready? All right.
Oh my brother! Sorry, that's Devon's gimmick.
So we start off the CM Punk journey in the WWE with that Survivor Series debut. That was absolutely epic. Did you watch that live?
Yes, and I was like literally just about to turn off the TV.
Same. Same
I
here.
was like, man, Randy's back, but that's cool. Whatever. And I think I was like getting up to go like, and then I heard,
All you need.
and I was like, no. And I was, of course, I definitely was legally streaming it. So it cut out like halfway through. Are you fucking kidding me? And then I still got the initial pop. But I got
That's
the
all you
stream
need.
back up before he even ended up walking out. That was like the fastest, like refresh, close out of the ads, refresh, close out, and then it was back up, and then I got to see
Simple.
it. And then, yeah, and then seeing everybody pissed off in the ring, and then some people just like Randy was just giggling. And I'm like,
And there
man, I
was
don't
the
think
whole
Randy's.
like, Seth Rollins really hates this guy energy going on. You know,
Those two are just bros, and they just want to make money, and they're like, we need
yes,
to make this forever feud because
yeah,
we will make money off each other till the
and
cows
it
come home.
and it has been a forever feud. I mean, as long
Yeah,
as Seth Rollins has been healthy, these guys have been fucking feuding since Punk came back. But then we get to the Royal Rumble.
yeah.
You know, rewatching a lot of this, WWE posted a video like a year ago. Every time Punk's been on screen since he returned, there were so many good promos between these two Rumbles that he had, where he was just talking to Cody, talking to Seth, talking to whoever would listen to him. You know, I'm gonna win the Rumble, shit like that.
Then he tore his tricep.
Tore his tricep out. And there's rumors that he was supposed to win this Rumble. I don't. Wrestling rumors are like the dumbest thing because it's like anyone really could start a rumor, but would have been interesting. But this kind of kicks off the Drew stuff. You know, with that injury, I think he's out for like 9 months. He comes back. He feuds with Drew, and this is some of
He
the
is.
best. Is this the best feud of the last like other than Cody Roman? Am I blanking? Like in the modern era, kind
I
of.
almost think it's better in some ways than Cody and Roman because it's like Cody and Roman overstayed their welcome a little bit and also had some like kind of they made up for it with the craziest ending of any WrestleMania ever. But like the Cody and Roman stuff like had go home heat sometimes, you know, or go away heat. But I think their Hell in a Cell match, which we're kind of jumping the gun a little bit. Or do we just want to go feud by feud, even
We're in
if
the
the
feud.
time?
Yeah, you go ahead. You're not
We're
jumping the
just going to
gun.
talk
Go
about
ahead.
Drew, and then even though the Seth feud kind of intertwined with it sometimes, and the Roman thing kind of intertwined with it sometimes. I mean, talk about like a nice tight like keeping it together because Drew and Punk had their SummerSlam match with special guest Seth
I
as the
forgot about
referee.
that match.
And then you had Bash in Berlin, then you had Bad Blood. Those were kind of back to back to back, but with Seth kind of sprinkled in here and there. Drew won that match because Seth, I think, screwed over Punk or something like that. There
Which
was like
one?
some interference. The SummerSlam match.
Yeah, I think because he's the referee. So
Yeah. And then there was Bash in Berlin, Punk won, and then Bad Blood, Punk won. And that Hell in a Cell match is still like one of the best cell matches I've ever seen.
great
Um,
match.
up there with like the original matches with Shawn and Undertaker and stuff like that, where it just felt like wrestling mixed with the appropriate amount of like crazy shit that you see every day, like Drew whiffing on the Claymore and his back landing on the steps,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
And then like Darby Allin was like, "Let me do one better," and then just gets
Killed.
superplexed onto the stairs, and it's like, I don't know. But seeing a big man like Drew take that bump, and Drew ain't young either. That's the thing. He's not ancient by any means, but he's not like a young whippersnapper that has like years like that left on his career. And he took that bump for Punk because I do think all these guys have a deep respect for each other, and also deep respect for how deep their pockets can get after the payday that they probably got for this. I mean, yeah, best feud. Long answer short, yeah, best feud besides the bloodline stuff for sure.
Yeah, I mean, again, amazing feud. Once again, I don't love all the bracelet stuff, and I also at this point start feeling like, okay, we need to get more of this heel cutthroat CM Punk, and we still haven't gotten that yet. Hopefully, maybe WrestleMania gives us that, but at this point, I am starting to slowly feel that. And then we get to Survivor Series with the new bloodline versus the old bloodline, and Punk and Drew kind of get sprinkled in there as well. What did you think about this? Like, does this really matter in the CM Punk storytelling?
It kind of just felt like you were like they're obviously laying the foundation of what's to come.
Definitely.
A lot of the CM Punk stuff also I feel like had to do with like using it when they needed a ratings boost rather than actually trying to tell the story. With like Raw, especially with him in Raw being on Netflix when he first came in and everything like that, like it feels like CM Punk was like a thing to flash around rather than actually having any thought out feuds that were like introduced in the right way. But I mean, they've turned everything to gold. Everything he's touched has been a good feud so far. Maybe the Jay stuff was kind of weak. But
the Jay stuff, I don't know if I really count. We'll talk about it, but I think the only feud that I think is weak that's like actual feud is the whole Vision stuff. Like the Vision Vortex is just going way too long. Like I look at the Jay stuff the same way I look at the Gunther stuff, where it's like it's a match, but I wouldn't have called it like a feud, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, after Survivor Series, we do get into more of the focused on Punk stuff with Seth Rollins.
I mean, the biggest Punk moment really was like he was involved in the heel turn in Elimination Chamber with Cena. That was
we're
crazy.
We're jumping a little bit.
Where are we at right now?
Seth and Punk, the Raw Day 1. Steel cage match. Yes. Roman returns, sets up the WrestleMania match. This is before Elimination Chamber, but like not, you know. But I think this was cool, and I enjoyed this match. I remember a lot of people hated on this match online, but it was a fun match, you know. And I think we get a superplex spot off the top of the steel cage. Am I correct with Punk and Seth?
I didn't rewatch it, but I remember thoroughly enjoying the match, though. I agree with you. I liked it. And I remember people not liking it so much. It's just because they hyped up the day one-ness of it all so much. It's like, guys, it's just a glorified Saturday night's main event. Just chill out.
Yeah, it's like the Stranger Things Raw. but we get to that kind of, and it's like, okay, so Seth and Punk are going to be this big feud, right? That kind of establishes that. How many singles pay-per-view matches have Seth and Punk had?
I know we texted about this, but I knew it wasn't as many as I thought. I think like maybe like one.
I don't think they've had a singles match on pay-per-view. Isn't that fucking ridiculous? Isn't that insane? I mean, you get the WrestleMania triple threat, you get Survivor Series stuff, but they have not fought. CM Punk has fought Jey Uso more times on pay-per-view than he's fought Seth Rollins.
I mean, I think honestly, saving Seth versus Punk for Mania or something big like SummerSlam or Mania is the move to do. To be fair.
I guess SummerSlam kind of counts as a singles match. Not to jump too far, but we go now. We could go to Elimination Chamber. You go ahead.
That heel turn, bro. That heel turn. Which I wish Unreal didn't do this, because there's some things that I wish were protected, like the forever feud between Punk and Seth. Like, keep that ambiguous. Like, why not, right? Just a little sprinkle for us fans that like kind of like to pretend kayfabe's real sometimes. Like us with our El Grande thing, we were doing the bit for, then like the freaking
bit.
Remember the bit we were doing with like, oh sorry, when we were talking about identity theft.
The scary stuff going on right now.
Yeah, the scary stuff, and then they're all like, "You marks." I'm like, yeah,
With Gulf of America,
By the
Legend
way,
El Grande Americana.
to pull back the curtain a little bit, we tried really hard to figure out how to make this podcast, like the name be like two marks or something like that. Like, because we are marks. That's what's fun. That's what makes this fun. It's stupid, you know? And the
If you're
same,
calling me Mark, sorry, if you're calling me a Mark and you're commenting on every single one of our YouTube videos, then you're a Mark for this channel, buddy. Hold that.
yes, it's like if you're commenting on a channel and your profile picture is just like a color with the first letter of your name on it, and you're a Mark too. You're a
Yeah.
Mark too. And honestly, come join our Discord. Talk to us. Like if you're commenting there, come talk with us and give us your opinions. Because like honestly, we have fun. We're all nerds here. We've all been a loser probably at some point in our lives. Maybe still. I mean, like, look, it's a Brooklyn Dodgers hat. Okay.
Oh, that reminds me, bro. I forgot to put this on for the episode.
What you putting on? Put it on. Oh, there you go.
I completely forgot. That was the plan this whole time. Let me fucking put this on right.
I was gonna say that thing looking like Doug Dimmadome. The tall ass hat. But this was like I think them figuring out this finish, Punk and Seth coming up with this finish shows that those two are magic together. And being like, right as I might get hung up in the ropes, you stomp me and come out and then pull me back in. Cena pulling him back in and choking him out, getting the full cinch. Like it's one of those things that put nuclear heat on their feud, CM Punk and Seth's thing, and then also gave Cena nuclear heat. Loved it. That this is like my favorite, probably Punk adjacent moment that's happened in that. I mean, in the all of his feuds.
I was thinking about this the other day. In retrospect, isn't that moment so bad? Like, not good at all?
In the Cena side of things, yeah.
Like, is it... No, that's exactly what I mean. Like, isn't it so, like the whole... He deadass ruined wrestling in that moment. Wrestling was ruined. The Rock, Travis Scott, all that shit doesn't happen if it wasn't for Seth Rollins stomping Punk. If it wasn't for Logan Paul.
If it wasn't for... Honestly, I wish John talks over and over and over about how, like, he's like, I didn't have any say. I just went with whatever they wanted. I'm like, dude, you should have said something.
Yes,
because it's like, why didn't you say something? Because nobody wanted The Rock. Nobody wanted Dwayne. Nobody wanted, like either. Travis. I say Rock and Dwayne because it's like no one wanted The Rock involved. No one wanted Dwayne involved. No one wanted Travis Scott involved. Like, nobody did. He could have just kicked Cody in the dick and that would have been perfect. Literally just be a heel. You don't need to be told to do it like a good boy. Like, just kick the guy in the dick and then let that be the feud, which is kind of what they retconned it to. They don't really show the Rock stuff anymore. But hey, it is what it is now. In hindsight, that moment will be seen as like one of the coolest finishes to Elimination Chamber. Seeing Punk and Cena wrestle again was great. But
we go over to WrestleMania with Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman beef, Paul Heyman feud, the Paul Heyman saga.
Paul Heyman on a pole match, yeah.
This was fun. This was like, wrestling doesn't always have to be belts or a super deep storyline. I think they showed this with Drew and Punk. This is the same thing where this is just fun. This was if you were watching this live and you followed the storyline, you get paid off perfectly. Where you get that pop, you know, where it's like the fucking nut touch from Paul Heyman right there. It's perfect, man. It's literally perfect.
And you know, I was watching this the other day, and I'm like, why does it? It's like the why did it work so good? The double triple cross. I'm like, he stayed on his knees the whole time. I'm like, oh, because Paul's so fat that like you can't get up and get back down. It's like anyone. If I was the manager, I would have knelt, hit it, and then got up, and then knelt, and then hit it again. But I'm like, but Paul stayed on the ground, which like. But everyone goes, oh, but you know, he probably just can't get back up. I'm like, no, he's actually going for the second dick hit, and like, it actually worked. And I'm like, he knows his gimmick. Like,
it's so good.
It was perfect, and
it's so good.
W for Punk in his first main event. You know, Seth getting the win was the right move to do there. In hindsight, with Seth's injury and them rushing the Vision breakup, kind of sucks. Because I do think the Vision's issues right now is because they're forcing Braun to be the guy now a little too soon. And I think they probably had a few more months of Braun getting ready while Seth was leading the Vision before that happened. I just think they pushed the breakup too soon, but that's also not their fault. You know what I mean? It's like,
I think this triple threat match has the best entrances in one match ever. I think all three of those entrances were amazing. The Seth Rollins coming out in the all white, Roman Reigns with all the bloodline.
In living color, dude. Oh,
It just doesn't get better than that. And even the beginning stuff with CM Punk, and this fire burns, and then it oh my, like, bro.
Which being in the when this fire burn started playing, I was like, either he is winning in dominant fashion or he's losing, like
Yeah.
in dominant fashion. Because like you wouldn't give us that. Imagine being in the building, hearing this fire burns over the speakers, like
you're just singing your heart out, bro. That's what it's all about.
Even through the darkest days. So good.
Just boys being boys right there while they're talking about CM Punk. And then we get into the John Cena stuff, Crown Jewel. Some of the funnest stuff of, again, not the best, but if you're a John Cena, CM Punk fan, this paid off the way you wanted it to.
Yeah.
Didn't love the Thugonomics stuff. The John Cena pipe bomb.
Like,
but it's like, it's fun, Not
everything good. Good. Actually,
it wasn't as good as I remembered, though. It wasn't a Punk. It wasn't a
stuff.
Punk pipe bomb. It was cool hearing him drop the Young Bucks and fucking. But other than that,
the Thugonomic stuff is what cringed me out with this, which I was like, But also, when they actually got to working and they actually got to wrestling, John Cena had been doing the slow
ruin wrestling,
punching slow. Like doing all those different things. I don't know if he had a match since then. I don't remember what happened between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania.
Randy Orton.
Night of Champions. That's what
Randy
it was,
Orton,
yeah.
R-Truth.
And that Randy Orton match was like very slow. The R-Truth match was very slow. But then Punk kind of made that work rate come up again because I don't think Punk was going to work that match. I think Punk was like, let's do what we do.
Yeah.
And it was a good match. It was John Cena's first like really good match since being a heel, in my opinion. I like
the Randy match too, but
it was good, but it was slow.
I think
it was just like two slow wrestlers just is boring for me. It's not my flavor of wrestling, but the psychology was such good shit, brother.
Oh yeah.
That was an even better Macho Man than last time. That was good.
Thank you. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
The next one.
Psychology is there, brother.
Is Gunther. We get CM Punk versus Gunther. Not really a feud, but I think the best match of the year as far as straight match. Straight wrestling.
One of the best matches of the year in general. Yeah, like you said, like
no finisher fest or nothing like that. Match storyline, in-ring storyline. This match takes the cake. CM Punk and Gunther told the story, and then we get the Seth Rollins cash in one of the best moments in wrestling history.
Incredible.
Crutches.
And that's the only singles match they had.
Yeah, 13 seconds. 13-second singles.
To go back to the CM Punk and Gunther match, though, Gunther seeing his own blood and being all freaked out about it. I think he got the GTS with the chain on the knee. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Well, what happens in the match, though, is he gets thrown over the barricade, and then his face is just bloody.
He bladed, yeah.
But it's good stuff. It's good wrestling.
Cash-in was great. Good callback to Punk screwing over Drew. It's a good callback and revenge for that. Like it kind of like
title reign.
Kind of ties into the Drew feud too. Like all of this stuff does, Then the CM Punk Gunther thing is still going. Like that feud, I'm certain is still going to be continued.
I agree. Sorry, I got a work email during that. I'm like, bro, it's Saturday.
Boo, it's a Saturday.
Boo, work email. L work email. Next we have the Vision. Vortex kind of going after that. Not much to talk about there, but I feel like CM Punk and Seth Rollins kind of put Braun Breaker over, and WWE kind of drops the ball with him, which is fine. He's still young. They still have time. But then we get into CM Punk versus Jey Uso, which I thought this match was a good match. That's as far as I'll go. Not a great feud. I like the tease of like Jey Uso's gonna fucking win the title again, and they're gonna set Twitter on fire.
I didn't care about the match. That's why I don't even remember the match really, because I remember watching it being like, oh, exactly what I thought was gonna happen happened. Got it. Okay.
He put him in the sleeper for way too long, and it was like, oh man, you tapped out too. If Gunther tapped out, Punk's tapping out.
But luckily that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I would have loved the Jay second raid if they fucking switched it up a little bit.
Jay is due for another title win at some point soon. So we'll see who gets that honor. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if they do something stupid like him beating Braun Breaker clean. Like
makes him tap out like a little bitch. And then we get another Vision Vortex with Punk, which this is kind of where the fall off starts. We get the first Raw of the year. CM Punk
Hmm.
versus Braun Breaker. This match disappoints. We kind of talked about this on This Week in Wrestling. We don't have to over talk. And now we get this Roman stuff, man, and it's kind of picking back up again. And I'm thinking that this could be one of Punk's best feuds in the return.
I hope it's a multi-match thing, though. You know what I mean? I know they've already had matches together, like on the same team / in triple threats, yada yada yada. But like, um, I want this to be like a multi-match thing. Like, it doesn't end at WrestleMania. Maybe
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. You know, maybe like give him a win apiece and then just call it there. Don't even do the 3. Punk's getting up there in age. That's why it's like we need to get this moving. You know, we need to get these feuds going before he's done. You
Yeah.
know, or gets a career-ending injury or something like that. Like, do you think CM Punk's coming back if he blows his patella?
No.
Do you think he's
That's
coming
see.
back if he blows his ACL? You know what I mean? Like, or I mean, maybe his ACL, but like maybe his Achilles, like something horrible like that, like breaks a bone. That's what I mean is that like I think he's on borrowed time right now. I think even Roman's on borrowed time. We need to get this feud going while they got a ton of juice still in the tank. You know?
This is what kind of sucks about the CM Punk return in retrospect. You get Drew, that's a real feud. I wouldn't call like anything at the Rumble a real feud. Survivor Series a real feud. Gunther I wouldn't call a real feud. Jay I wouldn't call a real feud. And then you get like Seth, which is a real feud. Cena is a real feud, but it's like a one-off for a month. You're not like it's
It's
not
a
like
real feud because it was a real feud.
yeah, it's not like something new. And then you get this Vision Vortex. Like 2023, he's been in the WWE for 3 years, and you have 3 feuds. You know, unless you count Finn Balor or Jey Uso, Gunther, but I'm not doing that.
Like actual feuds that have like multi matches. Yeah, it's like he hasn't done too. I mean, we would have gotten the Seth feud sooner if he didn't blow his tricep in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like that was the plan, I guess. So it's like I get it. We were supposed to have more of him, but you know,
It's disappointing for me. I just want to see the real CM Punk back. You know, let's get to cutting those, and maybe it's never coming back. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm hoping for something that's never gonna happen.
chasing a dragon that's never gonna fly again. Yeah,
So it's like, what are you gonna do? But that is CM Punk. What's your favorite CM Punk feud since the return? And that's what we'll wrap up.
Drew.
True. I'll say Cena for the love of the game, or Finn Balor because he's gonna win the title, as we all know.
Godspeed.
But thank
I
you
hope
guys
so.
for watching another episode of This Week in Wrestling. I'm your host RTB ANT and HD. Next week, my boy RTB John. John, you got anything else you want to say? My brother.
Got nothing. Take a creatine.
Take a creatine. Join the Discord. We out.